guys all for willing to spend your precious time for joining us this afternoon. I will be your host for today's webinar, which is the new norm in IT, and managing decentralized user. First of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Kaseya. I'm from eTech. I'm a solution specialist. So I did see some of the new faces in this attendees. So let me do a brief introduction. eTech IT and who are we? So just a brief introduction. eTech IT has been established in 1997. We are doing with ICT solution provider and distributed application. So we provide end-to-end solution, and we always emphasize on our service team focus on effective collaboration with the client from pre up to post delivery satisfaction. So we actually did do a lot of investment in our skill set to ensure that our colleagues is up to the par and also to the status also called to gain a reliable and trusted reputation. So this is our mission and also our vision. So we always emphasize single point of contact for all our enterprise IT customers. We also try to work the best of proposal within our specific budget that can meet our technical requirement. So let me move on to the other one. Okay, so we have a help desk that is built on our own. We have a ticket system that allows us to address and also analyze your problem swiftly and assign them to the technical engineer for further action. Besides that, we have a skillful workforce that able to provide you technology changes and also maintenance support to reduce your premise downtime. So human capital is the one that I just mentioned. We will always invest to ensure that our guys is capability and have the right skill to address your solution, your problem. So besides that, we also have a service location around the nationwide, so we can act fast and respond fast towards your problem. So if you have any question, please post them throughout the chat room and we will try to answer it later. Without further delay, I would like to pass this session to our next presenter. This is Jess Tree.
Hi, thank you, MK. Thank you, MK, for the awesome presentations about eTech. I guess, I think everyone knows who is eTech. Yeah, for the participants out there, thank you very much for joining us on this lovely Monday. I think Monday Blue is a very different meaning right now comparing before MCO. And I would like to ask, how is everyone doing? Because asking how are you today is so different from 2 months ago, because it is so meaningful that everyone is doing well and staying safe. Yeah. So my name is Chui, Chui. Yeah, you can call me by my surname Chui lah. Huh? So I'm the representative for Kaseya in Malaysia. And today I would like to bring you or explain to you what is a new norm in IT management. I mean, especially in managing decentralized users. All right, I try not to sell you anything in my 15-minute session, yeah, because I know everyone hates salesmen, okay? I try not to sell anything. I will let the selling done by my colleague Johnny after this, all right? All right, let me share my screen a little bit. Where is my full screen? Yeah, is everyone seeing my full screen? MK, are you seeing my full screen? Yeah, I'm seeing my full screen right now, yeah.
Yeah, see.
So so we are already under MCO for about 2 months, all right? And everyone over here realized there's a new norm on how we work, whether you are in the IT departments or you are not. The new norm for me is I have to cut my hair myself. Okay, you can see here, because barber isn't open. I have to order hair clipper on my own. Never happened before, all right? I have to go grocery shopping like 2 or 3 times a week, and I really memorize how much is the price of the rice and egg and chicken and everything. Never happened before in my life. But well, we are human being. We are built to adapt to changes. So it is the same with how we manage our IT. Yeah. So right now, based on the feedback that I get from my customers or the prospects, and based on what I could observe, the new norm is managing users. Managing decentralized users, whereby previously before MCO, everyone is working from the same office. Easy as IT department. I've invested a lot of technologies, a big firewall, some antivirus or file server in the office. Works really fine, no problem. If you're at home, you need VPN access, no problem, all the thing. But right now is decentralized user. How are we going to manage it? Because we are not managing one office anymore. We are managing multiple offices at the same time, because from one IP address, from one subnet, you are managing like 20 different subnets. That is really making me scratching head like this guy over here. All right. So the second impact is working from home. Everyone is working from home. You see my background, I'm working from home right now. I've never imagined that I can conduct webinar from home before this, because webinar is quite Western thing before this. All right. They were the one that come up with this webinar things. All right. So in Malaysian culture, we always like to go for face-to-face meeting. We like to conduct meetings or events in a hotel. But let me ask you guys a question. If I organize an event in a hotel right now, would you guys come? You won't, right? Everyone is worried to go out there, right? So the third one is how long this shutdown or pandemic will last? So my answer to you is, I would answer in, so there are two answers for this, right? One is a short-term impact. So I would categorize short-term impact as before we find the vaccine or before we found the vaccine. Okay, so before we found a vaccine, everyone will be worried to go out there. Everyone is worried to meet up with you. Yeah, so everyone is worried to bring their family to go out there, or worried to bring their family to go out and die. So that is the short-term impact before the vaccine has been found. So what happened after the vaccine has been found? I mean, the scientists has predicted the vaccine will be found in the next 12 months or 18 months. So even though the vaccine has been found, because we are so used to work in this new norm already, we might not change the way we work, or the new norm is going to stay forever, because it's so comfortable, right? I can have a webinar events over here at my home, right? Wearing maybe shorts, right? And I do not have to pay the hotel like 10,000 ringgit to have an event, and I can see the result. That's my new norm, right? All right, so for IT department or for everyone over there, working trend is going to change forever. Everyone knows what is Zoom. Everyone knows what is Microsoft Teams. Everyone knows what is WebEx, right? Before this, nobody want to, I mean, a lot of people, I mean, especially the management, especially the workers from different generations, they refuse to embrace technology to make their job easier, although it is there already. So right now, no choice, we have to embrace technology, and it's going to change forever. So the next point is there will be more trust in remote IT services. I'm not sure how many of you out there experience this. There were certain clients, or there are certain directors or management in the office that refuses you from delivering IT services remotely. Hey, I have any problem, you must come to my desk one, because entirely I don't trust you to perform IT services remotely, right? You can come to my desk, because they had the convenience to do that previously, but right now nobody want to go to your house, nobody want to come to my office. That's the new norm. Okay. Yep. So this there will be increase of trust in remote IT services. The last one, yep. I mean, aside from all these good things that's happening, I have to paint a bad picture, right? Everyone out there, you are talking about cost cutting. Whenever you go into a discussion with your bosses, cut costs, cut costs, cut costs, right? That's an interesting topic, right? If anyone of you over here is not discussing about cost cutting, please let me or MK know. We would like to have a chat with you, right? All right. Everyone, every organization right now, okay, undeniably, this is tough time, all right? I mean, tough time for most of us over here, unless you're in a certain industry that is benefiting away out there. tough time means every organizations, we need to remodel or we need to improve our efficiencies so that we can survive, we can come out from this pandemic season safely, right? So what does it mean by improving efficiency? Of course, every bosses ask driving costs down. There's no doubt. But does it mean that driving costs down would decrease my quality in service delivery and decrease my speed of service delivery? Well, if you do not embrace technologies and you are still depending on the same amount of people to achieve efficiencies, you're going to decrease your speed and quality in service delivery. So let me give an example. I mean, Toyota reduces their operational costs by embracing technologies like, for example, robotic arms and computer software. They are reducing their costs. Does it mean that as an end user over here, are we expecting a more inferior car, whereby a Toyota car that always breaks down, a Toyota car that doesn't come with 2 doors and they come with 2 doors, right? So that's not what we expect as a consumer, as an IT, as an end user. We expect the same quality and speed, if not more, from the IT departments, right? So who are the superheroes during tough times? Undeniably, the medical frontliners, my respect to them. The security forces. Seriously, I can't understand how those security forces here, I mean the soldiers, they can stand under the hot sun with their mask on, with their full uniform on, and they are still standing. Oh my God, there's like real respect, all right? Thank you, these guys, for keeping us safe. And the third guy is, I mean, Malaysians. We love food, right? We want to get our favorite food delivered to our homestead. Thank you for the delivery, guys. I mean, you guys are taking very great risk to make sure that we get the food that we want. But the problem over here is everyone forgotten the last superhero, right? Which is this guy over here. IT superheroes. I mean, you guys are the IT superheroes. You guys are the one that providing IT services to your end users. I myself IT heroes are over here, right? So let's give us a pat or yourself a pat at the back. We are doing great. We are also superheroes. Without IT people, internet is not going to work. Your office's cloud is not going to work. Your office's, for example, accounting software is not going to work. Zoom is not going to work. So no IT, nothing is going to work, right? So the issue over here is people always, and especially end users, they take services for granted. Okay, what does it mean is everyone over here, we own a mobile phone. It's either you are subscribing to DG, Maxis, U Mobile, and Cellcom, right? Either one. Have you guys ever called the helpline? Hey, bro, you guys are doing a good job. My telephone service is up for 1 whole year. You guys never do that, right? It's the same in IT. When a computer and internet is running for 1 full year, your end users are not going, never call you and say, hey, the IT department, you guys are doing a good job, yeah? Computer is running all the time, network is good, internet is good. Trust me, nobody's getting that call. That's because people take services for granted. And we are actually providing a lot of values in the organization or your business. But the problem is the stakeholders doesn't see the value. So there's a big difference in delivering value and showing the value. If we show the right value to the stakeholders, they will see, hey, actually IT department is very important in my company. Therefore, I'm going to give you more budget, give you more authorities on what to buy. So every IT department want that, right? And how do we deliver values, right? We work so hard over the weekend to do patching. We work so hard at night to do software deployment and changes and all that stuff. Who recognizes it? Nobody, because they expect things to work. So there are certain ways that we can deliver values. One of it is delivering reports to the stakeholders. At the end of the month, deliver a nice reports to your stakeholders and just show them, hey, do you know what? Over this 1 month, we have spent 200 hours in doing patching over here. And over the past 4 weeks, we have spent 100 hours in troubleshooting your network problem to make sure that your network is up. And do you know what? The finance department is always taking the most of IT time. And this is a report. Next time, please approve my budget, yeah? Because you guys are using the most IT resources. All right? That's how we deliver value to the stakeholders. All right. There are some winners and losers during this pandemic season. All right. Of course, I mean, depending on which industry that you are in, if you are in the healthcare departments or healthcare industries, I think you guys are having very good business out there. I mean, your share market is going up. A lot of consumers buying healthcare product. Even I myself also, I go to pharmacy more than ever before. I'm sure it's the same for everyone over there. Of course, nobody want to fly and go for holiday during pandemic season. So if you're in the red color, so there's a big risk in your business. All right. So what I'm trying to show over here is a red color over there, the ICT departments. Yeah. What does it mean? Okay. Why ICT is still in green? Every businesses over there, every industry and every verticals of business out there, you need IT to run. Okay. Without IT, you cannot run any of your business. We can live without going for holiday. We can live without booking an air ticket to go for holiday. But those people cannot live without network, without IT services. So for everyone over here, I think, including myself, we are in the ICT industry. I think don't be so worried so much. We are still in the green, but we have to remodel or we have to change on the way on how we manage IT to adapt to the post-pandemic environment. All right, because more and more things are going up to the cloud and more automated. All right, click. Yep, this is a trend in ICT. All right, so because ICT is so huge, right? So what are the winners in ICT? So I'm sure every one of you or most of you, including myself, we are looking for more cloud solutions. My accounting software used to be in the office. I'm moving to the cloud already because it's so much easier and more people working from home. I do not have to worry about the bandwidth, do not have to worry about the server processing speed, do not have to worry about the DI and other stuff. So more people is moving to the cloud. All right. So I think the Amazon and the Alibaba is going to make a lot of money from this pandemic. Yeah. Number two, collaboration software. What used to work in your meeting room? I mean, last time in your meeting room, you have a lot of whiteboards, right? And then we have a lot of sticky notes. You have like 10 people in the meeting room to collaborate on a project, putting sticky notes over there. That is not going to happen right now because your colleagues or your clients are not going to be in the same room with you from now onwards, right? So what does it mean? So you need to move the meeting or collaboration in your meeting to something that is online, right? I mean, fortunately over here, we are using it. We're using Asana for collaboration and we find that it is great, right? Number three, there will be a shift or rise in security software demand. In the office, you have set up a very secure perimeter for all your office workers in the same subnet. I'm sure you have a very good control of your security. You have great firewalls, you have great antivirus, you have great Active Directory running inside there. But now all the users are going home, at home. How are you going to manage that? When your users are more exposed to the outside world, the hackers and the bad guys know where they are. So this is where we need to diversify. Sorry, this is where we have to look for a different type of security software that actually works for work from home environment to protect your end users. All right. The fourth one, remote control tools. All these whiles, it is still fine to manage IT departments with just a simple remote control tools like RDP or VNC or TeamViewer. It's simple, it's free. But some of you maybe has paid for it. But right now the demand is, the requirements are much greater because everyone is at home. I don't know what hardware are you using. I don't know what printer are you using. I don't know what asset information are you using. When you tell me your internet is slow, I don't even know how to troubleshoot it because I cannot see. Those tools are very reactive tools, all right? You only use screen sharing tools when there's a problem. But as an IT manager over here or IT departments, we want to be proactively prevent problem from happening so that you will get a very more pleasant working or more conducive working environment with the technologies. That's what we aim for. So let's use the software to do that. All right, let's move on to the hardware. All these are like underdog. Nobody buy webcam before, but now everyone buying webcam, right? Because I want to do video conferencing, Zoom, and all the stuff. So some people went up to the extent they buy this ring light to make sure that they look good in video. So the next one is the sales of endpoint notebook is going to soar. That's because your kids your daughter and your son need to go for e-learning. I need to buy extra laptop. I need to buy extra iPad or whatever things. And you yourself working from home, you cannot bring the desktop to home. Your company is going to buy you a new notebook. I mean, from what I hear from the industry peers, a lot of demands for notebooks, but not enough spare parts for the notebooks, not enough supplies. Yeah, that's the new norm, right? Usually there are more supply than demand, not about it already. The next one, I used to print my bank statement and my IC and my driving license to apply for bank loan in the office because office printers are free, right? But right now, I have to buy my own printer to do the same thing and also to print my office documents. So now the shift has changed. I have to print for office for free, right? All right. So let me show you on how the new norm in decentralized, managing decentralized users. Okay, this is you over here. The guy with the headphone is the IT department. And before MCO, it is very, I mean, you are very used to manage all your users within the same locations. You have one subnet, you have one shared printer, you have one file server and one accounting server. It's so nice. Everyone come to the office. You are secured. You can work. I can manage your productivity. I can manage your security, right? And you know, centralized users management, it exists since the first day of inception of computers. If you can look back history, since the first day of inception of computers, maybe 50 years back, all the technologies that they invented, their servers, whatever things are, it works. It actually works better for central locations, right? I mean, technology never changed. That's the problem. We IT, we talk about technologies, but technology don't want to change, right? that's a sad thing, right? What makes technology change right now from centralized users to decentralized users is the pandemic. We need a big we need a big trigger in the world to change how we work. Let's rewind back 100 years ago. If you guys remember or if you guys know, 100 years ago we were having World War One. Do you guys know what actually ended World War One? It wasn't the guns or the bombs. It was the Spanish flu. It's another pandemic that ends World War One. So hopefully over here, I mean, right now over here, this pandemic is going to change how we work moving forwards. All right. So what's the biggest problem with having decentralized users? From one office and the same IT department, I need to manage, wow, how many offices that I have, right? That's not, and when I have multiple offices, the biggest problem that I have right now is different IP address, different brand printers, different hardware, different software, and all that stuff. So if I'm just using a Dreamweaver or using RDP, how am I going to manage it? So the problem really starts when this guy asks for help, this guy asks for help, help. Not the biggest yet, but when your officers also ask for help, then as an IT department, I will become zombified IT departments because I think most IT departments are not hiring right now. I cannot ask for my boss, hey, I have more officers that I'm managing. Can I ask for more people? I think that's a very difficult or challenging request right now, right? So let me illustrate to you on what are the typical IT requests that most IT departments get out there. Yep. So a call from support and the user request would be like, hey, I need VPN access because I'm working from home. I need Zoom. I mean, it's a very simple topic. I need Zoom, but your user is going to tell you, hey, I heard Zoom got security issue and other stuff, but I still need to use them. Macam mana ni ya? So the question is, the answer is make sure that you are updated to the latest Zoom lah. But if you are managing 100 users in different locations, how are you going to make sure that everyone is running on the latest version of Zoom or a certain version of accounting software? That's a big challenge if you are not using the right tools. I lost a file. Can you restore it for me? What used to work in your office before you have your file server, you have a backup, it could be a challenge to restore back files when they are at home, right? Oh, this is a very simple request. I lost my password to access the company laptop. Can you help me? Wow, previously I can go to your desk and run a Hiram boot CD to reset a password, or if you have AD, I can reset a password. But now you're off the company network. How am I going to do that? All the best lah, you go and reset your password. What antivirus that used to work in the office might not work anymore when they are distributed. I mean, maybe the antivirus that you have a proxy in the office, whereby when you are out from the office, it's very difficult to work because connection to the office is limited because you have limited bandwidth. Internet is slow. Your your home office users telling you my internet is slow, can you help me? Wow, this is a great challenge. I cannot even monitor your system performance. How can I help you? Right? Yep. Imagine you are getting this request like 20 times a day. That is going to be a bit of a headache like this guy over here. All right. Even if you get a request that you need to render remote service delivery. Yep. For example, your user call you, hey, help desk, my computer is slow. You receive this phone call, right, from a weird number, who they are, and he claimed that he's one of the staff of my company, which I never seen before. Maybe Aseng lah, I never meet before. So I have to ask, Aseng, who are you? I never see you in the office before. Oh, I'm working in a fifth floor, yeah, and this desk. I don't know who you are, lah. I know you are an employee, lah. Huh? Number two is where are you located? If I do not know where are you located, how can I support you? Number three is what is slowing you down, and this is causing the IT departments to bang your head on the table one. We ask what is slow, and when they come back to us with all these non-technical jargons, we also do not know what is slow. So the troubleshooting could go round and round and round and round. And when is this slow? Nobody can tell you when is this slow. The end user will tell you maybe morning lah, maybe midnight lah, and stuff. So all these are actually adding to the complexity of resolving the problem. It's actually a very easy problem to resolve, but because of you didn't get the right information, you actually spend a lot of time to find out info before you can troubleshoot. All right, this is an interesting one. What is your computer name? So if you ask Asing or Abu, what is your computer name? Oh, my computer name Dell. Lor. Dell is not a computer name, that's a brand. Can I know the computer model? Oh, that's Wostro. Lor. I need computer name. Oh, computer name. How are you going to get it? Okay, you right click on the Windows button, go to device manager, my computer, you get it. Huh? Can you repeat that again? So that's the frustration that IT departments always get. All right. Before we jump into the case, we do not know who you are. At the end of the day, what is your remote ID password? This is what you go few rounds already, and then you feel frustrated, and the end user get frustrated. So let's get a proper software to eliminate this. Imagine if you spend 10 minutes per case on this before you jump into the real troubleshooting, and you have like 10 cases a day. You're spending 100 minutes a day to do this. That's not solving problems, right? If you can get a solutions to help you to eliminate all this over here, you can jump straight to the problem. It would be great, right? We save time, we can be more efficient, we can support more users, we can support more officers, right? Yeah. Let me share with you some of the tips for successful remote workforce IT management, because right now, you like it, whether you like it or not, as an IT department, we work remotely, we support our end users remotely. So we work from anywhere to support to anywhere. So if we are so separated, we really need a very good, very comprehensive endpoint management solutions. RDP doesn't work anymore because there's just a screen sharing, right? IT documentation is very important as well. When three of you in the office, IT department, right, when you're sitting side by side, you can tap the shoulder. Hey, bro, the internet is slow. Can you teach me? Can you tell me how to resolve it? Oh, no problem. Can you follow me to this room? Open this door, turn left, turn right, go to the server rack. And then, this server rack number 3, you go to row number 24. And then you look at this switch, you unplug the port 48 and then plug it back, and then internet will be resolved. Well, that works when everyone is in the same office. Easy, right? But right now you are in a different office. Good luck in giving that instructions to your colleagues, right? So that is why we need to do proper IT documentations. And if everyone is asking for the same software, let's say you have like 20 users asking for Zoom, I want 30 times, or you want to have a platform to automate those with one click, right? That's your choice, right? The next one, we need a very good DR systems that we can actually call for a DR. We switch from production servers to the DR servers from our home. We do not want to go to the office. We do not want to contact a vendor that need to go to the office because our office does not allow anybody to go in. So you need everything to be done from your home. Okay, my application server is down. With one click, my application server is up in the cloud or up in the DR environments. That's what you want, right? The next one, a lot of people are going to the cloud. I mean, I'm sure there's sales, everyone is looking at Google Business Suites or Microsoft 365. If everyone is going there, everyone is going to the cloud, I'm sure the bad guys knows that you are going to the cloud, so they are going to the cloud as well. And your cloud, if you go to the cloud, please read the fine prints, the terms and conditions. They do not protect you against hackers. So please do your own backups, right? Archiving is not backup, yeah, for the note. Backup means you have few copies of retentions or up to 7 years or 1 year in the cloud, right? So the next one, last one. Everyone is at home right now. We are opening up our office networks for home users. The bad guys know that you are doing that. Please get the right solutions to protect your businesses or organizations from cyber attacks. All right, the last one before Johnny. Oh, before last one, sorry. How businesses will look like after this? Okay, don't be offended if I go to meet you. I don't offer my handshake because I care for your health and care for your safety, right? Anything that can be remote will be remote because previously bosses or stakeholders, they had the options not going remote. So they ask you to come on site. But right now, everything is remote. All right. More faith in remote services, more trust because over the past 2 months, everything is remote. End users has experienced remote services. Now they believe in remote services. Anything that can be the cloud will be in the cloud. Previously, some of the organizations out there, yeah, I do not want to go to the cloud because cloud is like, I do not know who they are. It could be a bit more costly and all this stuff. Right now, we have no choice because getting a spare parts, getting one hard disk for your server is so difficult right now. So cloud is the answer right now. And with all this new norm, everyone is doing video conferencing. Everyone is doing things remotely and automated way. Hopefully, after this pandemic, we have a more remote and efficient workforce, right? Malaysian, we need to be more productive, right? A lot of people always say Malaysia is an unproductive country. This is the chance for us to be productive, right? Last one. This is the most user-friendly word that the salespeople like me and MK always get when we visit the end users. Hey, we have a nice solution, da, 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 no budget. You know what? Our job starts when we receive this friendly word, no budget, right? Let me explain to you on how this budgeting works and all the stuff. I think that's from my opinion. I'm sure you guys are expert in doing your budgeting, right? Right. So if we treat our company finance or coffers as like our own savings, I have 1,000 ringgit savings right now. If I do not do anything with the 1,000 ringgit savings right now, every month is going to be shrink. It will reduce. It's either I spend this 1,000 ringgit, I invest to make more money so that my 1,000 ringgit will grow, or I spend on a technology to reduce my expenses so that this 1,000 ringgit will go down slower, right? So somebody has to spend something, right? You have to spend on me, and then I spend on your company, and then you get salary, and then you spend on your family, right? So economy turns, right? This is how we get people to spend. Let me share with you the first phrase, buy time with money. Imagine that I am making car. I'm Toyota, I make car. So right now, I spend 100 hours to make one car. How can I actually make car in a faster way? I need to invest in robotic arm so that I can spend less time to make one car. That's what I call as buy time with money. We have to spend so that we can be more productive. Number two, spend money to save money or to make money, right? I'm a Toyota as well. Every day I can make 5 cars only. How do I make 10 cars right now? It's either I work 24 hours a day and then on the third day I own already, or I spend money to buy robots, to buy technologies, to make more cars so that I can make more money. And if I can make more cars in a shorter time, I save money as well. Well, that's what I have to share today. Thank you very much. I hope that I didn't hard sell anything to you guys. I will pass the stage over to Johnny. He will bring us through some solutions that can address the needs of managing decentralized users. Yep, Johnny, thank you very much. Over to you.
All right, Trey, thanks for the wonderful, solution, the landscape that you set up. Yeah, there's many things, changes, right, during this period. So now I want to share with you all the solution that I'm going to share right now. Right. By the way, my name is Johnny, just in case. Right. So let me just share my screen. All right, just give me a second. Yep. Right. So over here, I would like to introduce to you the Kaseya VSA solution. Maybe for some of you, this is the first time you're hearing this solution, right? So let me give you a background before I go deep dive into how this solution will help you during this season or even after this season as well, right? Now, the first thing, maybe let me just show you here some of the example of our clients that is using the Kaseya VSA solution. And you can see we range from the government sector to the private sector, and some of them actually have been using our solution since the past 6 years, right? And so with this, I'd like to show you the a background on Kaseya solution. Well, when the first time I heard about Kaseya, I thought it was a Japanese solution, right? But in fact, it's not. It's actually an American, surprisingly, because the word name Kaseya sounds like a Japanese, but it derives from the native American Indian word, which means to secure and protect. And it was founded 20 years ago and currently has presence with 43 countries. All right. And let me just share with you 3 unique value propositions from this solution here that they are known of. Firstly, central management. So you talk about managing all your computers, whether they are in outside remotely or in your office within a single console. All right. The second part is actually on a single pane of glass management. This is where you have a fully integrated IT management solution dealing with all the other IT products out there. The third one is the no human touch automation. So this is where if let's say there's something happened to your server, you can task or you can automate the Kaseya to fix it for you. All right. Now they are so big in the space of the MSPs. MSPs use this solution as well. That you can see these are some of the third-party integration partners. When we say a single pane of glass management, meaning you can integrate with all these solutions listed here. And I believe all these names solution is quite familiar to you all, whether there are backup solution or antivirus solution, so they are there. Now, we look at during this period, right, a lot of people work from home. Right, I believe some will still continue to work from home, and even in fact right now, right, myself, I'm working from home. You can see the background, right? So the thing here is that there's a lot of questions when you talk about supporting users that are also from home as well, right? So first question you would ask, like, how do you support users at their remote site, at their homes, right? And then how do you ensure that it's a secure support method? How do you support your servers, right? Your servers in office or in the cloud, right? And also, how do you ensure the accuracy of your asset information, which, you know, some of your asset maybe has been given out to the users to use in their homes, right? Moreover, there's more things IT need to do, right? I think Chui explained you are as the IT, you know, you are the IT Superman, right? And then there's so many things that you need to handle. And these are some of the tasks that you may handle, right? Things like ensuring OS patch, server hardening, and so on, okay? So with this, you will need a solution that can actually help you manage decentralized users, all right? So users at home or at your branches, so you need a solution to cater for this. This is where I want to introduce to you Kaseya VSA solution. So centrally manage all your computers and a single pane of glass with some of all these features here, right? Example like inventory, remote control or remote desktop, live connect, software deployment, patch management, yeah, and the list goes on, right? And the last one is actually to perform the no human touch automation. So I will explain more on this, all this funky information here, right? So let me just give you a background how the solution actually works, right? So for Kaseya VSA, it's a server-based solution, right? There's 2 ways you can obtain this. One is using our SaaS solution, software as a service solution in the cloud. And another one is you set up on-prem in your facilities, in your data center or in your company, right? Right. For whatever reason, which one you choose, what you need to do is you need to firstly install agents to all your machines. So the agents that we support Windows, Mac, and Linux as well. So you install all the agents to the machine, and the best part is once all this installed, Kaseya will gather all this information listed here, right, with the missing patch and so on. And then what Kaseya can deliver is all this over here. You can see remote control, policy, and hardening. All right. So all these things is what Kaseya can deliver in a nutshell. Right. Let me just deep dive for you the solution in detail. Right. Now, the first one I want to show you is about the dashboard. So there are multiple dashboards in the Kaseya server. All right. And what you can see here, you can see these are some of the example dashboard. This is one of a standard dashboard that we have. And you can see over here, example, there's 3 machines that's offline. So when you click on it, it will tell you which machine that is offline at the moment of time. All right. So that is in terms of the dashboard. The next feature I want to show you is the alert summary, or what we call monitoring, agent monitoring, right? So this is where you can monitor your servers, or your any important PCs that you have in mind. You monitor with all the attributes over here. You can determine what attributes you want to monitor, and also how often do you want to be alerted, right? So give you an example here. If let's say there's an antivirus, there's issue, right? So you see a red dot over here, you click on it, and it will show you what is the issue of it, all right? So that is our alert summary report, all right? The other one is the Live Connect, right? Live Connect is our non-intrusive remote control feature. So you can diagnose problems at the background without interfering the users, right? So you can see here the example with you can see the screen of the user and also what's the utilization as well. Other things you can view also is the asset information. You can do command line, all right? And you can stop services and also modify registry. And all this is done in the background, right? Now, we also have our world's fastest remote control. If you want to use it to remote in to the user and support them day to day, right? So this is where the user can see and view your movement, all right? So with this remote control, you can remote control directly, or if you have policies in place in your organization, right? Like example, VIP users, you need to ask permission before remoting in, right? So you can do that. You can configure based on your organization policy, and this is some of the list of security policies that you can set. And the other part is that you can do screen recording, and best part is you can also enforce screen recording for any remote session that has been done. Example, maybe you have a critical server and you have an audit policy that you need to record any remote session to the machine and what the user's performing, right? So you can record this. And the other part is that all remote session here is all locked down. So basically you have a log detail on when the remote session took place, who remote in to that machine, what time you remote in, and how long the remote session was done during that period, right? So this is our remote control feature. The other feature I would like to share with you is actually our agent scripting and automation. So this is something like if you have to do a repetitive procedure like maintenance tasks, software deployment, or updates, or what I would recommend you to do is use this feature. This is a very powerful feature. So this is where you can automate tasks, and you can see there are already pre-configured scripts here as an example. You have scripts for your servers. You have scripts also for Mac and also Linux machine as well. And also any maintenance, Windows maintenance task script that you can think of, right? If you need to go further, you get more scripts than what is listed over here. We have Kaseya Automation Exchange. That's where a website you can download other scripts that's been created by other Kaseya users as well, right? But if you want to modify or create your own, you can. You just click on it, and then what you have is our agent script and automation wizard, right? So you can see over here, you can see the functions that is on your left side. What you need to do is just drag and drop at the center, and you click the function, it will tell you how to fill up on the right side, all right? Yeah, so this is how the wizard looks like. Now, a lot of people will ask, okay, you can do automation and scripting, so how much can I script, or how far can I script, right? So basically, you can think of it as anything you can think within the command line or PowerShell, you can use this solution to script it for you, right? So if you ask me, how can I do this? How can I do that? So my other question will turn back to you is, can you use this? Can you do that via command line or PowerShell? If yes, Kaseya is able to do it as well for you. All right. The other feature I want to share with you is on patch management. So this is where you talk about patching all your machines, right? Your Windows patch, right? So basically you can patch them whether they are in office or they are in outside at their homes or at a cafe. You can patch those machines. We patch both Windows and Mac, and also we patch third-party applications as well. So basically like Chrome, Mozilla Firefox, or WinZip, things like that you can do. The other feature I want to share with you is a report you can do on server hardening compliance, right? So you can generate a report on this. The other one is inventory and audit. So this is where you can have your inventory and audit of all your hardware and software information, right? So these are some of the sample information you can get in terms of the hardware. Now, in terms of software, you can get software compliance as well. You can get a report to show you all the software license installed in your machine, all right, or in your organization's machine, right? And this is some example, all right. The other one is the security products. This is where you can get a report to show you what antivirus solutions is installed in your machine. So you have that details as well. And there are many other reports that I'll just glance through here. You can see the reports over here, right? There are many other various reports. So the idea here is that all these reports are customizable, right? So you can customize based on what you need, what filtering you need to set, and so on, right? So this is the best part of it. So you can generate the report that you really, really need to use, right? And you schedule it whenever the report to send to you. But that is not what makes Kaseya special, right? A client once told me, hey, Johnny, you know that monitoring is just monitoring, right? For every alert we receive, we already have a standard procedure or standard SOP to how to resolve them, right? Since you have monitoring and also automation, can you just tie them up together so that you can save time and resources? So what I told them is that, yes, you can do that. So that's why we call it Kaseya No Human Touch Automation. This is where you can have an alert trigger when the monitoring triggers, right? Then you can ask Kaseya to perform certain scripts or deploy certain script or deploy doing something for you, right? So let me just show you an example over here. If you have a Kaseya server here, right? For example, you have a server and you set this utilization limit at 80%, right? So usually after 80%, you will do your usual procedure. You need someone to, do some disk cleanup and so on. But why, instead of using people, why not automate it, right? So you automate it, and this is basically what you can do. You can ask Kaseya to perform a disk cleanup for you, all right? Kaseya, perform remove restore point or remove logs. Or even for a PC, you can ask Kaseya, please remove the MP3 files in the PC, right? So these are all the things that you can do as one of the example. Another fun example I'd like to share with you, and just a bit more light over here, is on the game, right? Someone starts to play a game in your office, right? So what you can do is you can do a screen capture, all right? And you inform the user, say, hey, this is not an authorized software to use in a company, right? And thirdly, you can take a step further and inform your admin or HR, email them automatically email with all the information, with all the screenshots and so on, right? So you can see the beauty and the ideas you can run with this automation feature. So the idea here is that if 80% of your tasks compose to 50 to 100 of common issues, if we can use Kaseya to detect these 50 to 100 common issues and automate it, resolve this, basically we have already helped you to reduce your workload by 80%. All right. Now, that's why Kaseya VSA, it comes with all these features listed here. is always in a single license, right? The license is based on per endpoint, all right? Per endpoint meaning per PC, per server, even per network devices, right? So these are the list of features that you will get, and it's a yearly subscription, whether it's on-prem or even for cloud, the license price is the same, right? So this is why maybe right now I would like to take you to show you the a bit of a demo with a very quick 5-minute demo on the solution. All right. Okay, you can see my screen here. This is the login of the Kaseya VSA screen. All right, as you can see here, I have all the features here. And you remember this now I said about the single pane of glass management. Basically, you can add in other third party, and the example I have here is WebRoot, right? Because we also sell WebRoot solution, right? So we can integrate with Kaseya VSA, and you can have others as well. Right, so let me show you the some of the fundamental features. One is the agent. So if I look over here, I have agents installed on your PC, your Mac, or even your Linux machine as well. Now, you can filter, you can change these columns to give you more information if you want to, all right? Right, so what you can do if you want to remote into the machine, you can click on it directly, and it will launch our remote control session to those machines, right? So let me just see. Yep, it'll take a while. Right, I'm already in the machine. Wow, that's fast, right? This machine is elsewhere, and you can see the latency on the left, on the right corner, right? You can see over there. Now, so basically I can remote in and I can do anything in this machine, right? So this is our remote control. You can stop the recording as well. All right, I'll close this. And I want to show you what we call Live Connect. That's a new feature that maybe some of you all have not seen before. So what I'm doing now, I'm clicking Live Connect, and you just give it a while to load. It will show you the information of the machine, what is running, what's there. All right. Yeah. Okay. The sidebar over here, these are the process and things that I can do at the background without interfering the users. All right, and you can see over here, this is the thumbnail of the PC. Remember this now, I've shown you. So this is how it looks like. This is the RAM processor memories that is running. And you can do even command line. All right, you can do command prompt or PowerShell. Yeah, just click on it. Wait, just let me get my mouse to it. Yep, you can do PowerShell as well. And you can also do services, as I mentioned. So these are some of the things, even event viewer, all right? So you can view all these things from this console, right? So this is how it will look like. All right, so that's the one. In terms of audit, that's where you can see your machine information, all right? So this is the summary of the machine, you can see. Let me just select the same machine. Maybe a different one. Yeah, the same machine, right? So you can see it tells me it's a VM hosted machine and some information on the machine. This is hardware. You can have software information. You can see the add or remove program information as well. There are other features here you can see, but I will not take too long on that. Now, remember the remote session I made this now. So I actually can see the logs. You will show me who remote in to that machine at what time, right? So if I click on it, and you can see over here, the technician logs, and you see Live Connect. I've used Live Connect, right? This now at about 3:23 p.m. And you can see here the the remote session. The time also, I did a remote session on about 23 seconds, right? So this is some of the info that you can get. You can generate any other report that you want to do in our report featuring here over here. So you can have report sets, all right? You can generate a report, or you can even use back whatever templates there is as well, all right? Now report, and also the other one I want to show you, agent procedure. So this is where you can actually do scripts. Yeah, you can see here are some of the sample scripts that's given inside. And if you want to modify scripts, you can just right click and then edit procedure. Yeah, this is where it brings you the scripting wizard. So while waiting for that, maybe I show you the other feature. All right. And the other one you have is on software management. This is where you can do patch deployment as well. So you can see the vulnerability of the patch, missing patches, and you can do approval on patch, which patch do you want to deploy, right? You can create policies, even the scanning policies, when to scan the patch, what time, right? What time to distribute the patch, what time to deploy, which computer to deploy. So all this you can configure over here. All right. Now back to the agent procedure. All right. So this is where you can drag and drop information like installation, right? So I just drag and drop all the script information that I need. And I just look on my right side, it will tell me how to fill up the information, how to select, right? So it's very simple. It's not too difficult to do it. You just need to write a few lines of script to actually deploy something, right? So I'll just leave here. And then what we have over here is the next one I will show you is monitoring, right? So this is where you can create the automation. I have mentioned this now, right? Let me just go to one of it, alert. All right. So example over here is you can see there's things like maybe hardware changes, right? You want to know someone steals the RAM of the machine and so on, right? So when there is a hardware changes, what do you want to do? So example, I want to create a ticket. I want to run a script, right? So I can select what script do I want to run. So this is where the automation power lies, right? You can do that. And also you want to send an email, you can send an email as well. All right. So those are the things that I just wanted to highlight. Maybe now let me just show you the other solutions that we also carry. I know we have about another 5 to 10 minutes. Just bear with me over here. Let me just go to the next one. Right, WebRoot. Yeah, so we do carry WebRoot as well. And WebRoot, if you're not familiar to you, they are #1 in the North America market, and they have over 200,000 business customer at the moment. And currently how it works is they have a WebRoot cloud platform called the WebRoot Bright Cloud Threat Intelligence. So this is where they store all their virus definition. So the solution here, the special thing is that it does not download virus definition to your machine. It actually keeps all within the cloud. And how powerful is this cloud? It's been trusted by over 70 leading network and security providers out there. All right, you can see these are the brand names, even firewalls. You can see Cisco and Palo Alto. Those are the big brand names also trusting this platform, right? And there are two areas here that I want to share with you. One is the endpoint protection, which is the protection like antivirus protection, endpoint security protection on your machine. The other one is the DNS web protection. So that is basically if you do not have a firewall in your location, or you are scattered all around, your users are all around Malaysia, so you can use this as like a virtual firewall. All right. Now let me just show you how the endpoint business protection works. Firstly, it's lightweight. It's only 4 megabyte size of installation. You do not need to download any definition. So all your definitions is all in the cloud, and it's all pointing to a single source. So you are always updated with the latest definition. The second one is that once it's fully installed, it gets operational within 33 seconds. Right? Very fast. It's a multi-vector solution, and it's a fully cloud-based management system. So basically, you have a single console in the cloud. You do not need to set up any infrastructure in your office environment. Now, the other one is the WebRoot DNS protection. Basically, it protects your computer's DNS, the users, all right, from any threats of certain websites. The other one is to also block the users for accessing certain websites. Maybe you have a company policy that company laptops should not access certain websites, right? So you can do that with this solution. And the thing is, you can control the usage of the users also. You can see actually what websites do they serve and so on. So you have an intelligence similar to like a firewall you have on premise. And the best part is all cloud management is all in the cloud. and also it's using the same webroot endpoint protection agent. So you do not need to install another agent on top of it, right? So there is webroot solution. And the other one I'm going to share with you, last one, is on the Kaseya Unified Backup. This is a business continuity and disaster recovery solution. So we know sometimes it's not about natural disaster. In Malaysia, you don't get many of that, right? We are very blessed in this country. So you have other issues, human issues, software failures, server room issues, right? So this is why I want to introduce to you the Kaseya Unified Backup solution. It's all in one business continuity solution. Now, let me share with you basically how it works. So imagine you have three different systems running in your organization. What you do is you install the Kaseya Unified Backup. It's an appliance-based solution into your data center, backs up all your servers, and let's say in the event the server goes down, you can spin up a virtual image within 1 to 2 minutes on the server itself, right? But if let's say you have a Linux machine, like example, the web portal is running on Linux, you can actually boot it up in the other physical or virtual backup server, all right? So you can do that for Linux as well. Now, in terms of the disaster recovery, you can have another of your site, you have another appliance in, let's say your Cyberjaya is your data center, your disaster recovery center. You can install one appliance box and you do the sync with your office, all right, or with your existing data center. Or if you do not want to set up any of the disaster recovery site, the cost is very expensive to set up and a lot of things to think about, use the Kaseya Unified Backup Cloud version. So basically, your backs up to the cloud, and in a case that there's any event of issue, you just spin it up all within the cloud itself. So all the servers can run within the cloud. These are some of the other features. And another part, which I didn't mention here, it does ransomware protection as well, in terms of ensuring that your backup, when you back up the image, they will detect whether is there any ransomware. If there's any ransomware, they will let you know about it, right? So this is very useful, especially you do not want to restore back the backup copy that's already infected with ransomware. So that's the solution here. And basically, this is a summary of the solution that I've just shared with you. All right, the Kaseya VSA, which is the remote management and monitoring solution, and then the webroot, two products in webroot, which is the endpoint security and the DNS protection. DNS protection, think of it as your virtual firewall, right? And the last one is the all-in-one business continuity solution by Kaseya Unified Backup. All right, I think that's all I want to share right now. So, yep, I took a bit more time, but it's okay. Now is the Q&A session. So let me see. I believe some of you all have posted some questions, and let me just go through the questions right now. Yeah. Yeah, just give me a second. I'm scrolling down some of the questions here. Right. What is the resource utilization for Live Connect? Heavy footprint? The answer is that it's actually not heavy. It's actually very light. We have no users, existing users that are using it complain of it being heavy. All right. Basically, it just gather information. It's all coming out in the panel in your GUI interface for you as a technician to troubleshoot. All right. Okay. Let me see what's the next one. Right. So then the other question is, do you need a Microsoft Active Directory to install the agents to all your computers? Because you might have a lot of computers, right? So actually, our solution doesn't need Active Directory. Like other solutions out there, they may require Active Directory as a primary or the initial thing to have, right? But for us, whether you have Active Directory or not, we still can install Kaseya agent to all the machines, all right? Okay, another question. Can I have multiple admin login? Yes, you can have multiple admin login, all right? So our solution, we only charge you on the subscription of the license, the endpoint. we do not charge on the number of administrator that you have. All right. So you can have as many administrators you want to create to log into the system. All right. Okay, I think those are the questions. Let me see. Oh yeah, there's another question. Can integrate with AD? Yes, we can. It's just that it's not mandatory to have AD, but you can integrate with AD. So if you have AD, when you integrate it, you can actually, deploy the agents quicker. All right. Okay, I think those are the questions. Let me see, is there any more questions that's coming in? All right, I think that's all. Thanks for your time. Appreciate it. We have exceeded a bit 5 minutes. Hope this is a very meaningful session for you. You learned something, and we hope that this solution actually help you out. So if you get any inquiries or you want to know further about this solution, yeah, do contact us, eTech, and then we will assist you on this. All right. So I think back to you. All right.
Hi.
Yeah.
Thanks, Johnny. Thanks, Trey.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think that's all. So if you have any further question, you just drop us an email, or you can just send an email to your respective account manager to find out more detail about the product or solution that you are interested. So without further delay, I would like to wish our Muslim attendees Selamat Berbuka Puasa in advance, and those who are non-Muslim or Muslim, as long as you are still alive, you have to stay healthy and stay safe. So thanks you guys for attending. That's all. Thank you.
All right, stay safe, everyone. Thanks for joining this webinar. We love you.
Okay. Bye.
Yeah. Please contact us, eTech, because we have special promotion right now. Thank you.
Thank you.